Alright, so we are trying to defund the police now. Okay, we're upset that not only has a police officer killed a man that didn't deserve to die, but we've seen police act like thugs, harming innocent people, shooting rubber bullets at innocent people, instigating more discord and chaos, and we've seen rioters and looters, of course, looting stores, lighting buildings on fire, destroying small businesses, and we've seen the National Guard being moved into some cities. We've seen people protesting the police for being needlessly violent, picking on people, and generally being completely drunk with power. So there are many calls to defund the police, mainly from people on the left, some of which, not all, but some of which, in fact quite the minority of which, have been responsible for much of the burning buildings and destroyed businesses. Okay, so you want to defund the police. Alright, I'm fine with that, but I never want to hear about gun control ever again. I don't want to hear anyone ever ask why you need a certain firearm or why you need a scary-looking semi-automatic rifle. I don't want to hear anyone say that it's unnecessary and you don't need such a large magazine or a bump stock or anything like that. That debate is over now if you are so convinced that we live under a tyranny. There are many people at these protests, in fact it's the majority, who do not like the rioting or the looting or any of the destruction going on, and most of them of course are on the left, so I hope that they now see firsthand why gun control is a farce and should not be something to fight for. It is to fight against a tyrannical government, that is very true. But it also should be there so when some mob comes by your store and tries to loot or set fire to it, you have every right in the book to defend your property from such aggression. And to the protesters who have seen those who stood in the rubble of what once was their livelihood and their life's work, now all burnt to ash, I hope they understand why it's important for people to have the tools necessary to defend yourself from things like that. And it's odd, too, because obviously the left right now is going crazy over what they perceive to be a tyrannical, uncaring, brutal government, and they're not crazy for thinking that. As I stated before, some police have been seen during these protests acting like absolute thugs, and they've clashed directly with these protesters. And many people in support of the protests have railed against the police because of this brutish course of action they've taken. Okay, that's all well and good, all understandable. But as I said, because of this, I never want to hear about gun control again. You cannot, in good conscience, be literally screaming into a megaphone about tyranny, oppression, and government brutality, while at the same time believing people should not have access to the best tools to prevent or fight against that tyranny. You cannot be picketing over power-mad agents of the state, all the while saying that we need to limit firearms and make sure no one has a firearm that's too effective, and question what type of gun or how many guns or which attachments you can have for your guns. You cannot scream about and proclaim the existence of what those on the right think we should have guns for, and that being a tyrannical government, all the while working to get rid of the most important tool to prevent or dissuade that tyrannical government from actualizing or taking over. But anyway, that's it for now. Like, subscribe, and share this video, and be happy. This argument should be over now, right? We can be done with it. I won't hold my breath, but you all take it easy.